I've been told by Nicholas West that our commissioner has made Colton Quinn a personal project for him. He has seen so many people like Jake Ely work their way into this company through nepotism, work their way into this company through nefarious means, and he wanted to make sure he provided one young rookie an opportunity to really earn their spot here in VCW. Jake Ely. Why did I just see that much of his tongue?
Nah, put that back, please. But you make such a good point in terms of, Colton Quinn having the right attitude, I think, as well. I think that's what also impresses Commissioner Nicholas West.
Colton Quinn has got a great head on his shoulders. Jake Ely, absolutely delusional. That man legitimately thinks that he is 7 foot tall. Jake Ely thinks he is a giant.
And when he doesn't tower over someone like Colton Quinn, that says something. Because Colton Quinn, maybe not the biggest dog in the yard, so to speak.
Towers over Jake Ely, though, the size discrepancy, but you'd never know it with the way that Jake Ely fights.
Now, collar elbow tie up here.
And apparently, Jake Ely has anointed himself the official monarch of the Headlock Kingdom.
He has more titles than Benny Conley. But Colton Quinn not going to get intimidated by somebody like Jake Ely.
No, Colton Quinn went toe-to-toe with someone as cantankerous and ornery as no good Nathan Allridge, not going to cow in fear to Jake Ely, the Thunderbird, who does bring incredible electricity to the ring. I see a lot in Jake Ely to like.
He's very wily. It's kind of hard to catch him. It's kind of hard to predict what Jake Ely is going to do in that ring. But like you mentioned before, many considered Jake Ely to be a bit of a nepotism hire when it came to the deplorables. And so now with it dissolved, he's got a chance to really maybe prove himself.
Yeah, the question is, can Jake Ely stand on his own feet amidst a very crowded roster? Short drop kick catches the midsection of Jake Ely, and Colton Quinn now looking to roll into a stunner.
Nicely done the way he just drove Jake Ely right into his shoulder cover. Oh, but too close to that bottom rope is Jake Ely, breaking the plane, and Colton Quinn not able to capitalize off of such momentum, and maybe that's the inexperience of Colton Quinn.
That's the wisdom that comes from being in the ring, and Jake Ely does have experience that belies his years. He has been brought up and taught professional wrestling by men like Walter Whitlock, Nathan Allridge, and Patrick Hayes, as we're seeing here, about to make short work of Colton Quinn. You can't trade that kind of mentorship from the world. Those are terrible people. All three men that I mentioned, bad men, but great professional wrestlers.
Well, you see a lot of, particularly of Patrick Hayes' influence, I would say, in Jake Ely, in the way that he is just picking apart here on Colton Quinn. And we talked in the match with Zeke Mercer earlier about how Patrick Hayes really just loved to dish out punishment more than anything. And we're seeing that right now with Colton Quinn.
Patrick Hayes was the one responsible for the dissolution of the deplorables by walking out on Jake Ely. One has to wonder, does Jake Ely have something to prove here? Not just to himself, not to VCW management, certainly not to the fans, but does he want to prove something to Patrick Hayes, to Wilbur Whitlock, to Nathan Allridge, and say, hey, I wasn't the weak link of the deplorables. You should respect me. I've earned my spot here.
Now that I think about it, if anything of what we saw earlier tonight between Patrick Hayes and Wilbur Whitlock, knowing Jake Ely, he's probably flying high into this matchup thinking, maybe I wasn't the problem.
Great offense by Jake Ely, the Thunderbird, rocking and rolling against Colton Quinn, proving he can go up against a man of any size and not only survive, but thrive in the ring against them.
And now Jake Ely, just clubbering shots.
Hard hitting fists by Jake Ely.
As small as he is, he can really pack a punch in that ring. And that's a credit to that mentorship and his ability to just dish out violence.
What a crazy crazy look in the eyes of Jake Ely, who has become absolutely unhinged in the dissolution of the deplorables. Somehow maybe those three men were what was keeping this guy with even just a bit of tether to his sanity.
Colton Quinn getting rocked here by these shots by Jake Ely. And now going to bring him back up to his feet.
Looking to apply the kill switch to Colton Quinn, and Colton Quinn able to reverse.
Oh! Version of the Sheeran, who was able to catch Colton Quinn on the back end, but only a 2 count.
Note how he was able to get was Jake Ely that knuckle lock on both hands in the cover. Great job trying to limit the mobility, make it even harder for Quinn to kick out.
Jake Ely, though, the frustration starting to set in. And this is where, competitors.
Just whacked Colton Quinn right in the nose. That really hurts your circulation. Colton Quinn barely, you see the tears starting to well up in the eyes of Colton Quinn. You can't breathe, you can't see. So much damage done in an instant with that forearm.
And Colton Quinn, who prides himself on his athleticism as well. It makes it that much harder.
These are the kind of tests that make a man. These are the kind of battles and challenges you have to face in order to succeed in professional wrestling.
Thinking that stunner again. Jake Ely, look at him. He's got him positioned for that kill switch.
Looking to ride the lightning straight to victory.
Sunset flip roll through.
Great positioning of the leg.
Oh, he got it!
Colton Quinn defeats Jake Ely in one of the highest profile matches of his young career.
The way that Colton Quinn was just able to catch Jake Ely off guard, enough to secure that pinfall. Great wherewithal by Colton Quinn, and like you mentioned, I think a very big win for him here against Jake Ely.
Yeah. They all got something to say. Better get out of my way. We do it all in a day. Tell them that we're not the same. Go for the takedown. Levels to this not the same now. Taking them out, better stay down. Been giving them balls like a playground. Oh yeah, and you're gonna know my name. I've been an animal. I see the fear in your eyes. Move like a cannibal. Yeah, I'm ready to rise. Hard like I'm flammable. I got the fire inside. Run like an animal. I'm ready to rise.
Earlier this week, so that matchup is being rescheduled because, quite frankly, Ryse Pro Wrestling gives the fans their money's worth, gives them the best entertainment possible. Brandon K with pneumonia was not going to be the matchup that we wanted to deliver to our fans. So it is Cowpoke Paul seizing a rare opportunity when Lee Moriarty makes his return to Ryse.
And not since The Rock met John Cena at WrestleMania have two competitors of this level of popularity met in a wrestling ring. But to these Ryse fans, that's what they're seeing right now.
That was a terrible comparison, so we're just going to blow past it here.
I'm good at my job,
Collar and
Jim.
elbow tie up here. Cowpoke Paul going to slap on the wrist lock. And we know how technically sound Moriarty is.
You see that Tiger style in action.
Arm drag off the opposite side. Some of that Lucha Libre influence. Taiga style translating to any style of professional wrestling. We knows the Lucha Libre style, the Japanese style, the European style. That is how well-rounded, how well-versed, and how well-polished Lee Moriarty is.
It's Lucha Kings Road with a catch-as-catch-can style sprinkle on top, Taiga style. It's one of the most impressive things you'll ever see is Lee Moriarty in that ring.
And Cowpoke Paul came out here having some fun with the cowboy hat. But you know that you have to be 100% on your game. You have to be 100% focused when you're in there with someone the caliber of Moriarty. And conversely, Moriarty doesn't want to take someone like Cowpoke Paul lightly because, quite frankly, Cowpoke Paul could be the Rookie of the Year in 2022 for all of Pittsburgh wrestling. That covers a lot of ground.
These people here know what Cowpoke Paul can do in the ring, but he's not internationally known. So a loss to Lee for Cowpoke, it's almost expected that a loss to Cowpoke for Lee is an international shock.
Well, we're seeing some fun and games here, but I believe the intensity is going to notch up. Lee Moriarty is done playing games. Lee Moriarty will not be embarrassed by Cowpoke Paul or anybody else.
This is not the Lee Moriarty that left Ryse Wrestling. This is a different attitude. This is a different competitor. And it's quite frankly scary to think
this is a Shark Tank, Ty. This business is a Shark Tank. It's not about being friends. It's not about being pals. It's about getting it done inside that squared circle. And Lee Moriarty is a part of All Elite Wrestling because he's a serious professional.
Lee Moriarty put pen to paper for All Elite Wrestling, and it changed the man. And I wouldn't argue for the better. Cowpoke hanging on there. Baiting Lee in.
And if Cowpoke Paul continues to try to play games, he's going to be looking up at the lights.
It's not playing games. It's catching your opponent off guard.
Intercepts the leg here.
Oh, he's not going to do it,
And Moriarty could be getting a taste of his own medicine.
He's going to tie him up.
A version of the Paradise Lock. Milano Collection AT was the one that popularized this maneuver. We brought it to Ryse, but Cowpoke Paul turning the tables on the apex of combat.
That drop kick to the rear end, that's a hip displacing move. You see Lee limping there. That's not just a drop kick to the butt, haha, funny. That's going to throw your hips off. That's going to shift your pelvis.
Exactly, that's how you get your pelvis dislocated. And again, the physical nature of this matchup elevating here.
We've seen both of these men in wars at Ryse Wrestling, and this is shaped up to be another one here. Early on the floor, the uppercuts, the chops. I mean, this is brutal so far.
Well, I believe that some of those vicious strikes from Moriarty may have allowed Cowpoke to realize he's in for a fight here. Moriarty's not coming back for a comeback celebration. He's here because he's a competitor. He's here because he wants to prove no matter where he is on a weekly basis, he can come back to his home turf and be as good as ever. Man, Cowpoke got his jaw racked that time, and his face buried into that middle buckle right there.
This could be over right here. Oh, but Lee's going to inflict more damage.
And unprotected shots to the top of the head.
We need to check and see if Cowpoke is busted open here.
And I believe some of that bravado may be what Moriarty picked up from Stokely Hathaway. And Cowpoke may not realize he's backed into a corner. That's not where you want to be with someone with the surgical precision of Moriarty.
But let's talk about what a win could mean for Cowpoke Paul. We've been talking about Lee, and we know Lee is great. We know Lee is maybe the greatest competitor to ever come through this company. But Cowpoke Paul, a win tonight. We've seen him get unbelievable wins in the past. A win tonight. I mean, Lee is set up. He could win AEW gold at any point. A win. I mean, that's international news for Cowpoke Paul.
And Cowpoke Paul tied up like a pretzel. That's a good way to have your shoulder dislocated. And now Moriarty bending on the digits. That is nasty.
Bridging rings of Saturn here.
And
Kick
look at
back
the
and
pain
relax.
radiating through the body of Cowpoke Paul. Moriarty knows how good he is. Make no mistake about it.
He just needed someone to open his eyes to how good he is. I used to tell him he's the best wrestler in North America, and he'd say, nah, man, don't say that. I'm not that guy. And now he realizes he is that guy. He is him. A lot of doors are going to open up for Lee if he keeps his attitude. I don't like what it's turned him into as a person because he was such a nice guy. But this is different.
And you can hear Moriarty calling for Brandon K. Clearly, Moriarty upset that Brandon was in the hospital, so it's not intentional that Brandon couldn't make this matchup.
How would you feel if you were coming back to fight the owner of the company, the man that trained you, that brought you into this business, and instead you're fighting to what you know is just a cowpoke? You'd feel disrespected.
Moriarty may be trying to make an example out of Cowpoke Paul here.
Like Like I said, we know, and these fans know what Cowpoke does, what he's able to bring to the table, but does Lee know?
That was a face eraser right there, man. And again, Moriarty gonna twist and contort the body of his opponent here. Moriarty has a college education in dishing out punishment inside the squared circle. Gonna try to rearrange the facial features of Paul before this matchup's over.
Trust me, there's no better finishing school to learn how to wrestle than national television. And he's been in the ring with John Moxley. He was AEW World Champion.
Wait a minute, Cowpoke really favoring that wrist. And Moriarty
Favoring himself.
He's, I believe Moriarty is showing off, trying to show Brandon K just how polished he is. Diving European uppercut.
We've seen Cowpoke Paul in some bad ways in the past, but he's in there with one of the premier technicians in the world. And can as much heart as Cowpoke Paul has, can that overcome a world-class technician like Lee Moriarty?
We're gonna find out exactly how tough, how tenacious Cowpoke is, because he's gonna get his jaw dislocated here. And Cowpoke with a sense of urgency latching onto the arm of Moriarty.
I think Cowpoke thinks he can out-tough Lee. It's the one thing he might have that Lee doesn't, is a bigger heart. So they're gonna go blow for blow. This is actually a brilliant strategy for Cowpoke. I got a stronger chin, I'll prove it.
We go into those body shots, being very targeted, using that precision we talked about earlier. And Lee is staggered.
He got him rocked. I'm telling you, Cowpoke, he's got a chin like nobody else, and I think he knows that Lee doesn't have the chin that Cowpoke has.
Moriarty showing what a true ring general he is, knew when the opportunity presented itself to cut Paul off. And this could be a turning point for Cowpoke Paul.
Come on, Paul. I know I should be unbiased, but man, do you not want to see Cowpoke Paul pull this off?
I believe Moriarty clearing the cobwebs is figuring out right now that he can't take Paul lightly either. We could be seeing the maturing of Cowpoke Paul right before our eyes here. The cowboy hats and the lassos are all fine and good, but it's wrestling time. You better be in there to get it done, and that's what that clothesline was doing right there. We're already latching onto the arm once again.
Cowpoke goes around the world. Big leg sweep.
Upset, upset, no way. 2.5.
Come on, Paul, stay on the offensive here.
Moriarty puts on the brakes.
Went for the finishing maneuver, but Lee had it scouted.
Border City stretch, compliments of Alex Shelley. You want to talk about how well-traveled Lee Moriarty is? He had a barn burner series of matches against Alex Shelley in Ohio a few years ago, and that Border City stretch has become a Moriarty staple. And now he's going to rain down hammer fist.
And I think Cowpoke's out. I think Cowpoke might be going to sleep here.
This Border City stretch could be the key to victory. But
he got to the ropes.
vicious hammerlock lariat, but Paul escapes again.
Look at the face on Lee Moriarty right now. This man wrestles for All Elite Wrestling, and he is shocked at the heart shown by Cowpoke Paul to kick out of that.
Ty, iron sharpens iron, and that's what we're seeing right here. We're going to see exactly how much Cowpoke Paul brings to the table. We're going to see,
Jim, I'm telling you.
We're going to see exactly if Cowpoke Paul has it in him.
I think the arm is shot from that stop. Lee is beside himself.
Cowpoke Paul, with 1 year in the wrestling business, is hanging in there with a national television star. That tells you all you need to know about Cowpoke.
Unbelievable! Cowpoke's firing back again.
And Moriarty got spiked on his dome that time.
What a running knee!
No way.
Upset!
They're going to be talking about this Monday. Moriarty kicks out. Some headlines could be made here tonight in Uniontown, Ty. The wrestling world could have the name Cowpoke Paul on their lips.
That's what I'm saying. It is national, nay, international news if Paul pulls this off. And Lee, I mean, he's been in the ring, like I said, with John Moxley, and he is caught off guard by the grit of Cowpoke Paul. What does that say about Paul?
Cowpoke's going to take a chance.
All or nothing, kid.
Moriarty sidestepped. Patella shot.
Lee is so quick. He saw the knee jam and then adjusted and go right to that knee. A third time to the knee.
And again, Moriarty like a surgeon in there. That's the K driver, and you know that's a message to Brandon K.
But he got it again. Look at Lee. Big running punt kick. This is unbelievable.
And Moriarty like a pit bull gonna get that ankle. Great finds the leg. Cowpoke is on an island and he may have no choice.
Look at those kicks to the spine and the kidneys. Extra damage.
Tiger style may lead to break.
What is this?
Who the hell is that?
What is going on here?
Wait a minute. I can't, am I seeing things? That's Nordstrom. That's Elijah Dean. That's the Mandine.
Are you kidding me?
They don't even work here, but they just tattooed Ryse management.
Nystrom and Mandime are in Ryse. And they have a history with LaRusso.
Elijah Dean. These guys don't work here, and Red Watson, I'm begging you not to give these guys a mic. These jackasses just ruined this matchup.
Red knows if he doesn't give it to him, they're going to come take it.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
The spiritual advisor to the Brotherhood, R.J. Booker, suspicious by his absence, but this is going to be just complete mayhem.
Well, you're just stirring stuff up now? Are you trying to make our Facebook audience wonder why their spiritual advisor is not here? Just stirring stuff up with no good
I just want to know where R.J. Booker is. It
doesn't matter. Are you his dad? Do you need to know where he is? Are you his mother? Do you need to know where he is? Are you my mother? Are you his mother? Whose mother are you?
No, but I am
Who's
looking at your
first?
lawyer
What's on
right now,
second?
and your lawyer won't get in the ring. Oh, finally, here he goes.
Well, why does he need to get into the ring?
All right, now our referee, ChurchRyse, explaining the rules to all four of these participants in this matchup. And right now, Gory's are And he's, just give up and ring the bell, George, at this point. You have no, and here we go. Barrage of punches, gavel right on Julian J, and of course Gory going against A1, which you called it, Tony. He wants revenge, and right now, left in the ring, A1 and Julian J.
These are two of our young superstars coming up through Pittsburgh Professional Wrestling, and this is going to be fire. These two are freakishly athletic, talented. Of course, Julian J has more power and
off the ropes. Big shoulder block, and A1 taken out, and wow, did you see the agility of the Sky Prince right there? Just nipped right up after that one, but Julian J now, a little bit of trouble getting his head squeezed off the ropes, and oh wait, no, Sky Prince,
Julian J is a lot more powerful.
Julian J is a lot more
powerful. If A1 wants to beat this matchup, he has to use his agility, his speed, and his high-flying abilities to his advantage.
Well, right now,
I don't know if a test of strength is the best call, but he did float through it, so that's beautiful.
I mean, the Sky Prince,
lot of chain right.
I mean, you can see how McChesney has actually mastered his craft and started to show the Sky Prince a couple things, because right there, that's pure McChesney.
And when we saw A1 start, he was a lot of high-flying maneuvers, not a lot of mat technical ability. McChesney has molded him and made him a complete five-tool player, as these fans are chanting for A1. But Julian J's power is just so much to overcome. It is such a big hurdle. I mean, it's such a huge hurdle.
Another thing, too, Freak, you have to worry about Freak on the outside, but hey, we got Julia Lynn out there, and she's not afraid to. Oh, and the gavel now tripping up.
Don't focus on Freak, because Gory's out there, too. As Gory just enters the ring as I say that.
And kick to the midsection now. A1 in a little bit of trouble. Again, Gory sending them ropes away. Reversal. And now the Sky Prince. Oh, my goodness, arm drag. And another one. And now the Sky Prince trying to gain some control off the former top prospect champion. Has him up, rolls him. Oh, wait a minute. He's going for that field goal kick, but misses him. And kick right to the head. And Gory, that hit him right in the temple. He is discombobulated right now. And the Sky Prince off the ropes, up and over. Look at the agility. Whoa! Handspring, backflip, 1, 2, only a 2 count. My God, Tony, he landed him on that one. It just wasn't enough. And right now the gavel's getting in the ring. And
Gory doing the smart thing, getting out.
And big boot by the gavel.
Jeez Louise.
My goodness.
Hit him like a hammer.
The only retainer that's needed right now is Anthony Young for his teeth. Oh, poke to the eyes. And I wouldn't expect anything less from David Lawless. Oh, big chop. David Lawless, what can I say about this man? Just unbelievable in the ring. But right now, Julian J sends him into the ropes. So kick to the midsection. Oh, misses that clothesline, though. Here comes Julian J. Big shoulder block. And the gavel wishing he was back in the courtroom after that one.
Second
and right
tackle.
now, all that rugby background just getting behind. The hooligan has him up. Double underhook. Tosses him.
Big underhook suplex right there. And Julian J is in complete control of David Lawless.
David Lawless now in complete trouble, and big chop by Julian J.
He didn't get all of it, though. You can tell he's frustrated. Usually when Julian J misses a chop, the second one follows.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, could you just see the size of his massive, girthy hands? And, man, he just took that chop, and one more, and oh, my goodness. He is just taking it to the gavel, David Lawless. Oh, they're asking, they hate him that much. Oh, how's your back? Attorney at law. And another one, and oh my goodness. David Lawless hating life right now. Of all that money, I don't know how he hates life. But anyways, off the ropes. Oh, wait a minute, no. Pulls him back, has him up, and sidewalk slam and a beauty. 1, 2, only a 2 count.
Actually a very smart maneuver right there. Saw that Gory was weighing on that side, reverse speed, brought him back to the other ropes and kept control farther away from Gory. Gory did not go for that breakup, instead went for insulting A1, as you can see right now.
He wants revenge. He wants revenge. I mean, that's all there is to it.
He seems to be way too highly focused on it, because remember, this is one fall to a finish.
Speaking of focus, look, Freak grabs the foot of Julian J, sticks his nose where he doesn't belong. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Make a wish.
This is really going to hurt. Oh, Julian J in complete pain right now. And Freak better watch his hands. There is a lawyer in the ring.
I don't think the lawyer's going to mind, considering it just took out one of his opponents right there.
Got a point there. And now Gory dragging Julian J in the middle of the ring here. And just starting to stomp away. And now... Wait, what? Okay, a little bit of... well, I guess he wants to get it back for all those chops. I got to do what you got to do here. Now, both of these guys, Gory and Lawless look like assembling right now, but you know how this is going to end in a fatal four-way, Tony. Back and forth they go. These guys
maybe Lawless makes a nice little plea deal with Gory, gets a payout for this. You don't know how this will work out. History does dictate you might be right, but let's focus on the match at hand. And the match at hand right now is that Lawless and Gory are controlling this. A1 still out in the back on the floor. Julian J is getting torn apart, a lot like how Mike Bonner was torn apart earlier.
Oh my goodness, and did you see that back elbow from both of them? And now big elbow drop by the Gavel. 1, 2, and
guess there wasn't a deal.
Guess the plea deal scared of Gory.
Guess the plea deal didn't make it through.
Well, I think Gory told him, hey, I understand, it's a fatal four-way, but let's keep beating this guy up. I mean, I get it. Oh, wait a minute now, Julian J, tired of getting whipped on here. My goodness, I mean, he's just getting it left and right. And my goodness, oh, now he's biting him. They were just beating the living crap out of him. Now they're biting him, or Gory's biting him. I don't really think that's in Lawless's repertoire. Big right hand. Oh, face breaker. Julian J's up, though. I can't believe he got up for that, Tony. Has him up. The Gavel. Oh, my goodness. DVD into a backbreaker. Did you see the back of the
more of a neck, yeah. Less of the back, more of the neck. But
and now the Gavel getting bit here. How does the attorney-at-law taste? Oh my goodness. Hey, Gory said every man for himself, and here they go. Gory and Lawless now going at it. Just a barrage of punches, both of them, back and forth. But wait a minute. The Sky Prince is at the top rope. I don't think either of them notice it. A1 to the top, has him up, and oh! Drop kicks them both!
Double single leg to each man. Wow! And the height he had was ridiculous. Big shot.
A1 now in control, taking them both out. A1's had a little bit of time. The rest also. Big knee. And oh, it's a Gory.
What height?
How's your face, David Lawless?
Lawless isn't a short man. He got up.
And oh my goodness, flies. And now just both opposite corners, keeping them separated, which is good. Uh-oh. Has it. Oh, makeshift DDT, courtesy of A1, though. Has him. 1, 2, no! Only a 2 count. A1 cannot believe it.
So close. A1 was this close to putting himself in that final four.
Oh, spear! Big spear! There's his ribs on the other side of the ring. And oh, reverse neck breaker. My goodness. The Gavel, David Lawless now.
He's the only one
showboating. He should not be showboating right now, Tony.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. Tricks him into a murder ride. He thought he was going for the miss. 1, 2, no. A1 just in the nick of time.
Just in the nick of time, and look at Gory. Gory is peed. I mean, P.O.'d.
Gory acted like he's going for the miss. Lawless has seen enough footage, but it just wasn't enough. Gory, wait, catches himself on the apron, and now A1 takes him out. Here comes Julian J. I thought he was going for another spear here. Oh, my goodness, lowdown. Has him,
I'm so glad you called it the lowdown.
Kick to the midsection. And now the Gavel. Got to keep paying attention to the Worthington crowd here. Has him up. Goes to catch him. Off the ropes, here comes Lawless. Misses that clothesline, off that second rope, and catches him with a cutter. The Sky Prince, that is why he's called the Sky Prince. Oh, hey, anything goes. 1, 2, 3. Gory's going to the next round.
Gory victorious, and as you said, there were no rules. Gory used that to his advantage, using that spike cane that Free carries and nailing A1 with it. After A1, I'll be the first to admit, A1 was flying right there.
He was flying high, Tony. I mean, he was on the verge of winning this matchup. But man, when you have somebody who has been in this business for pretty much 20 years now.
Almost 20 years.
Yes. Gory victorious, and he wants that title back, and he's going to do anything he can. Hurt, bite, you've seen it all.
But
and
he's made it to the Final Four. He's now punched his ticket to the dance. Punched his ticket. We have 2 of our 4
Kavad and Gory are in the next round. So what does this mean next? But as you can see, gloating that he used that cane. Gory again victorious here.
Yeah. Anyway.
Gory, I mean, really?
Yeah, no, Gory's...
He bites individuals, he drinks blood.
I know.
Come on now.
Well, I've never seen him drink blood. a bit of a loop. But as we see, A1, big showing by A1. No wonder McChesney drew him into Team Big League.
Yeah, being helped to the back by Julian Lynn.
And
hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media. And I'm the Riz. And you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. Yes. And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
That's right.
Got to bring that up. Okay, that was a bad mistake. But anyways, right now, I wonder if HL Supreme, what's going through his mind right now? Could you imagine having on a resume that he defeated Scotty 2 Hotty if that were to happen?
I mean, HL Supreme's resume is long and girthy. Okay, let's be frank here. Beating Scotty 2 Hotty would be a great feather in that man's cap. But he already has a pretty big cap.
Yeah, it's huge.
So
sometimes you could trip over.
Let's not stretch the joke out too long. Okay? Anyway.
And right now, let's do about to lock it up here. RWA Uprising, 14 years of professional wrestling here in Pittsburgh. And right now we have the Scotty 2 Hotty taking on HL Supreme. This crowd's getting into it, Tony. Come on. I mean, he needs that crowd. He's always needed the power of the crowd. We've seen it numerous times.
I mean, that's how the worm...
Kick to the midsection.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm glad we've ended this. This is not 2001. This is not 99. HL Supreme show him what a highly trained professional wrestler, not sports entertainer.
Oh, stop it. Scotty 2 Hotty has held the WWE Tag Team Champions, especially with the late Brian Christopher and Rikishi. I mean, two-time.
I will give credit to Brian Christopher. Huge Steeler. We miss him dearly. The man.
He was a Steeler fan? Yeah. Wow, and his dad was a Browns fan. They never. No reason.
It's just funny.
But right now, Scotty 2 Hotty in a little bit of trouble. But HL Supreme, that's what you're talking about.
Anyway,
kind of taking HL Supreme a little lightly here. Double axe handle across the back.
Trying to run back to Sanford, Connecticut right there.
Actually, he's an Orlando native. Disney enthusiast, too. I would love to hear a conversation between him and Chris Taylor. But right now, these are back and forth here. But right now, HL Supreme taking advantage of a weakened Scotty 2 Hotty. I mean, Scotty 2 Hotty has been in this business for a hell of a long time. You know, he's no spring chicken, and HL Supreme knows that. But then again, HL Supreme knows spring chicken himself.
Hold on. Shut up for a second. HL Supreme has recently held the tag titles in this business, in this company.
I'm not taking anything away from this man, but I'm saying, I mean, these guys, there's a lot, when you say tail of the tape, there's a lot of even playing field here.
Oh, yeah, no, this isn't even matchup on paper, but we don't play this game on paper. We play this game in the squared circle. And right now, the squared circle is being dominated by HL Supreme.
But you can hear the Western crowd getting by Scotty, but now Scotty 2 Hotty coming back, firing a bunch of rights. Off the ropes he goes. Big shoulder block, taking out Supreme. Up and over. Here comes Scotty 2 Hotty. Wow, look at the agility. HL Supreme throws him, and just catches himself. And I will say it, I know it's cliche, vintage Scotty 2 Hotty. Yeah, I took that. Sorry, Michael Cole. Oh, this crowd getting behind Scotty 2 Hotty now. Throws him out of the ropes. And who is left in the ring? That's right, one half of one of the best tag teams ever in WWE. Too cool.
Definitely one of the coolest, for sure. Now Scotty 2 Hotty coming out of the ring and going after HL Supreme.
I don't blame him right now. You need to take advantage of HL Supreme.
After the last few months, if I were the fans, I would move away from their chairs because Lord knows anyone who has faced HL Supreme has thrown him in the chairs in the last year.
And right now,
see what I mean? Put him right in the chairs.
And now breaking the count, smart veteran maneuver right there.
That's a veteran right there.
Oh, what are we gonna see here? Wait, staying on the chair?
I can't see.
Looks like a lap dance. If he falls down, he might break his pelvis, but we're not gonna get into that. A bunch of rights. Here we go. Scotty 2 Hotty. Oh, did he just take somebody's hat? Oh.
I think the fans just kept counting because they're not smart enough to count.
well, we're not going to get into counting and bells, but right now, what I'm trying to say is Scotty too hotty getting this crowd on. Oh, wait, did he just grab Bo by the
DQ!
beard?
No, that's a DQ, Bo! You chicken shit.
I think he told him. He's like, don't count me out. Come on, man. You know, you don't want to see this end in a double count out. Nobody wants to see that.
I would love to see this end in a count out against
HL Supreme regretting the open challenge looking like here. Challenging Scotty too hotty. And now, I mean, this was meant for Ryan Edmonds. But Ryan Edmonds, you know, I get it. It's your favorite football team.
You wouldn't know.
I know what it's like to have a losing football team. And, you know, they finally made the playoffs. But anyways, back to more important things. Pushes him off. Oh, kick to the midsection by Supreme. Might have him right here. Throws him. And, oh, that shoulder hitting off the steel beam here in the ring. And right now, HL Supreme in control.
Credit where it's due. Credit to where it's due. HL Supreme has controlled, for the most part, this match.
Look at him shaking his hand, Tony. I mean,
trying to get feeling back
numb.
into it. Yeah, but I mean, those turnbuckle posts hurt.
And
now, exactly what HL Supreme needs to do, focusing on that injured arm.
I mean, the man's like a shark. He smells blood in the water. He attacks.
Which is why he's been a recent tag champion with Sons of Liberty and Dennis Gregory. So let's be frank here. We're not talking about Ryan Edmonds, who has been dealing with Dr. Feelbad's garbage here, okay? We're talking about someone who is wrestling week in, week out, surviving. And listen, Ryan Edmonds has wanted out of his contract. Finally, I think he's run just a 2 count. Ryan Edmonds has finally said enough's enough, Feelbad, you find me until the end of my deal. I respect that. HL Supreme also, I respect for standing up. I also respect Scotty Daugherty for taking this match on literally 5 seconds notice. So, I credit everyone involved in this situation, except for Dr. Feelbad, with the immense amount of respect that they deserve. Except for Bro Brown and too.
And very good. Right now, in control is HL Supreme, and now just working that injured shoulder. I mean, my God, Scotty Tuati's in some trouble here, and now he is just stretching, pulling. You can feel the tendon starting to tear in that arm.
You can tell, trained out of Hayabusa, Japan right there, and using all those pressure points that Mr. Fuji taught him.
Yes. I mean, that man is dying with the Kuzo. We're not going to get into that, though. And right now, taking it to Scotty Tuati, but Scotty Tuati starting to punch, trying to get out of this, and oh, taking it away the momentum by just one shot on that injured shoulder. And oh, back elbow though.
How funny would it be for these fans to come pay their hard-earned money hoping to see Scotty Tuati beat Ryan Edmonds, only to find HL Supreme pinning Scotty Tuati 1-2-3 with aces up? That would be so great!
That would. You think that would be, but right now, Scotty Tuati trying to come back here, making you eat your words, and blocking those punches, and now, the one known as the Worm coming back here. Oh, there's those dance moves. Boom, big right. Off the ropes, and another one. And he is just going to town here. HL Supreme not knowing where to go. Up and oh, how's your Olsen twins? It's going to take more than that to hurt that thing. But right now, Scotty Tuati in control. Has him. Oh, wait a minute. Sends him into the ropes. Corner. Oh, HL misses. Here comes Scotty Tuati off the ropes. Has him. Oh, Bulldog. Pressing Bulldog, by the way.
Pressing Bulldog.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
I think we're about to see what I saw years ago in Pittsburgh Civic Arena. Thank you. This crowd's about to go electric here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Worm. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Scotty Tuati wins.